As soon as we get a few nice weather days, it's natural to want to get outside and spend quality time where it really matters, on our lawns instead of with our wives and kids. But that doesn't mean the frigid temperatures are fully behind us yet, especially for those of us in Colorado like myself. Today I'm going to share my top 10 spring lawn tips to get your lawn ready for the summer months ahead. So my first tip is to tune up your tools. Getting your tools ready is your first step because it makes sure everything is functioning properly and keeps you from going out and wasting a bunch of money on plants that you'll end up planting too early and that might get killed off by a late frost. Sharpen up your chains and blades, change your oils and filters, and do any small engine maintenance that you didn't do in the fall. Now, if you've transitioned to mostly battery outdoor tools like I have, the maintenance is minimal, but get your batteries charged up and get the tools cleaned up and ready to go. Number 2 is raking, trimming, and dethatching. You can start trimming back some overgrowth on limbs and trees in early spring and focus on removing any damaged branches that occurred over winter. However, when it comes to raking, don't start too early. Bees and some other beneficial insects overwinter in leaves and debris piles. Wait until the weather is consistently in the 50s before you clean everything up. Raking can help get sun and nutrients to the soil, but just don't do it too early. The same can be said for dethatching. Dethatching is the process of removing the thick layer of dead grass and organic material that accumulates around the base of your grass, right where it meets the soil. It can be beneficial to remove that thatch to allow more nutrients to get into the soil and to mitigate fungal growth, but doing it too early in the year can actually harm your lawn's chances of success. Number 3 is get composting. Once it's warm enough to rake, all the materials you've raked up from your lawn make great compost to get started for your garden. The dead leaves and small twigs make great additions to your food scraps and the waste from your kitchen, which will turn into valuable nutrients for your garden later on. I picked up this 50-gallon compost tumbler from Northern Tool and Equipment, which is pretty easy to assemble, and it's really easy on your back because it's elevated and it's on wheels. So it's really easy to move around. I'll leave an affiliate link below if you'd like to check it out for yourself. Number 4 is mowing and mulching. If you don't want to rake up all those annoying leaves, cutting your lawn at around 2 to 2.5 inches in mid-spring can actually add some nutrients to the soil and will help fertilize your lawn. Don't cut it too short too early in the year, as it can shock the grass before it's fully awoken from its dormant state. Number 5, check your soil temperature. Use a soil thermometer to check soil temperature and make sure that your soil is consistently in the 50+ degree range. Now, if you're not a gardener and you don't have a soil thermometer, you can also use a long screwdriver to check the soil. You want to stick the screwdriver into the soil, and it should be able to reach a depth of about 6 inches relatively easily. If you're having trouble getting the screwdriver down that far, it still may be a little too early to move on to the next steps. High nitrogen fertilizers too early in the season can actually cause more damage than good. Number 6 is aeration. You can aerate in the spring if you need to, but personally, I think aerating in the fall months is better. Aerating loosens up the compaction of the soil and allows water and nutrients to get into the soil, but it also provides an opportunity for weeds to germinate easily and can actually dry out your lawn more in the spring. If your lawn was stressed out last fall, you might want to reconsider aerating in the spring and focus on some of the things that I say next instead. Overseeding and fertilizing. Once the soil temperatures have increased to about 60 degrees and up, now is the time to fertilize and overseed your lawn. If the soil isn't warm enough to uptake the seeds or nutrients, you're going to throw your money away. Number 8, don't use weed killers on your lawn before it's woken from dormancy. Weed killers and crabgrass blockers can actually inhibit the growth of your grass and specifically any new seed that you're trying to germinate. If you're going to use these products, make sure you wait till late spring once your grass has woken up and any new seed has germinated fully. Number 9, try not to roll your lawn in the spring unless you have to. Rolling your lawn compresses it and makes it tough for nutrients, light, and water to get to your soil. Now, it's not uncommon for there to be high and low spots in your lawn that occur over winter, but the best time to roll your lawn is actually in the fall months when it's soft, full of nutrients, and ready to go into dormancy over the winter months. And number 10, consider going drought tolerant. If you're continually battling to get the results you want from your lawn year after year, it might be time to consider doing some lawn alternatives to make your life easier and save a lot of money. There are a ton of options out there, including synthetic turf, which I've previously done a video on. I'll leave a link to that down below, as well as xeriscaping and adding native plants and grasses to your lawn. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned some tips to get your lawn ready for the summer months ahead. If you'd like to check out some more of my lawn and garden content, I'll be sure to leave a few links down below where you can check that out. And as always, you can find all my DIY home improvement and repair content on my website at MrFixItDIY.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.